So this time, instead of presenting us a command to execute, it says, hey, I can run a tool and get this answer for you. It's saying I can run azmcp-storage-account-list, and we can expand this open and see the exact command that it's going to execute there. And I'm going to simply say continue. So this is going to go out and query and see what we have in our subscription. So now I ran that and it says it does have some problem accessing my default subscription. So let's do this. Let's set Azure default subscription, and let's see how this works. Now, when I ran this earlier to test this demo, I went ahead and did not have this problem. So this kind of shows the dynamic nature of when you're working with these copilots. And it's got my cache plan here. And would I like to set that as my default subscription? I'm going to say yes. And now it's going to go about and open my subscription picker. I'm going to go ahead and set that. Okay, and now let's go ahead, and now it says, hey, do I want to run that command again? And sure enough, let's go ahead and run that command again. And let's see what it comes back with this time. Okay, sure enough, it came back and it has one storage account that it has found there. And now we can go a little bit further and say list containers. And really what I want to show here is that the results that you get running these commands with this Azure MCP server are very different than the default results, which is the GitHub Copilot. We get much more detail into that container and the storage account and the components that are in there. And you can go ahead and look and see here it lists the single container name that exists in that storage account. So with this, we saw how simple it was to add an MCP server and give more tooling to our GitHub Copilot inside of VS Code. Now, some of the other MCP servers that I like, there's a file component one to access the file system, and then there's one called Context 7